Folks, our next speaker is also a regional vice president out of McDonough, Georgia. He is the most excited regional vice president on our entire RVP team. And prior to coming to Primerica, he was a maintenance man. So he's going to talk to you about that as well. Now, we talk nightly through the internet, and I was talking to him last night. You know, I stopped, had a great meal yesterday, and he called, and I was eating Southern cooking, and he said, well, I'm not eating as good as you are, I'm eating spaghetti. And then I heard something crunching. I've never heard anybody eating crunchy spaghetti before, but he was. June through December, June of last year through December, he's recruited 100 new people in his base shop. He's going to talk about that. Up in recruiting, up in cash, 115%. Recruiting numbers up 141%. Base shop premium up 165%. Wow. None other than Mr. Tyron Williams.
Man, how y'all doing out there in Primerica land? It's great to be here. Everybody motivated out there? Motivated, downright motivated. You check us out, you check us out. Smoothly. Man, ain't that something? That's it right there. Hey, look, this is what I want to talk about today. First thing I want to do, I want to, thank God for being here, and I really want to thank God for being here because not so long ago I had a situation where I thought I might not be here. I remember going in, I was on dialysis, then I went to, got a kidney transplant, but before I went on to dialysis, I had to have this little thing put in my arm so they can do the dialysis through the little shunt thing here. And what happened, I was laying on the table, and the doctor, he was in a rush to get out because he was on the way to his vacation, right? So, you don't ever want to go to a doctor when they're rushing, right? So, man, I was in there. They had my arms laid out like that, and all of a sudden, something went boop. And y'all know that sound. That ain't a good sound, right? And so, yeah, I left him for a little bit, but I came back, right? Because he wasn't through with me, right? I had a whole lot of stuff I need to get done. And one of the things I needed to get done was thank a bunch of folks. I want to thank Keith and Deborah for allowing us to be up here today. That's a big deal. I mean, just having great leadership is everything, right? And you got to have great leadership. And then I also want to thank a couple other people. I want to thank the most important person, right? The best decision I ever made, and probably ever will make, was about 26 years ago. I decided that I was going to stay with this young lady named B. Williams for all of my, pretty much most of my adolescence life and all of my adult life. So I want to thank her for giving me 3 kids and 3 cats. So ain't that something? I'm telling you. I want to thank one more set of people. I want to thank Willis and Jay Wright. They partners with me in my office down in McDonough. So I want to, just throw a shout out to those good folks. They are unbelievable. Now, let's get down to the meat. Let's get down to what this thing's all about. What this thing's all about, folks, is changing our lives. And what I'm here to talk about is building a big base shop. And in order to build a big base shop, you're going to have to make sure you have the right attitude. See, because attitude is everything, right? And so you got to make sure you have a big and powerful attitude to take on the world. See, what you guys got to understand out there is this. There's nothing better than what we got our hands on. See, if you're going to recruit a bunch of folks, you got to understand it first. See, they will smell a phony a mile away, right? So what you got to understand is simply this. You got to understand you got the best thing going. You ain't got to beg nobody. You get off your knees, please. Either they want it or they don't want it, right? Because you got the goodies. You ain't got to beg nobody to come get the goodies. Now, if you got a big old fat red velvet cake, right, and everybody want red velvet cake, do you got to go beg them to get a red velvet cake, right? You got the cake, they come get it, right? Man, you got to be excited, too. See, you got to have a good attitude. You got to be excited, right? And you got to know you got the right thing. You got to know what you're doing is right. See, when we looked at this business some years ago, I knew it was right. I knew it was right because, see, my grandmama and my mama had the wrong type of insurance because the only professional financial people came into our community was insurance folks. And when they got there, they took advantage of my family, right? And had the nerve to give me some timetable cards, which I don't even know right now. That's a bunch of crap, right? See, I'm going to get them suckers, right? I want you to understand that. See, they say it's a new attitude because it's a new company. Glenn said we're going to be more bolder, right? So we're going to tell them we're going to get them, and we're going to go get them, right? And so you got to have that kind of attitude. So when I'm over there and I'm talking to my team and shouts out to the emancipators because they doing unbelievable, I wouldn't even be up here if it wasn't for the emancipators because they kicking butt and taking names is what they doing, right? And it's going to only get better. So let me hit you with something. Here's the deal. If you want to build a big team, you got to have a great mindset. Am I right? Right. You got to be excited. And you got to get the job done. So I'm going to go through my graphics right quick. Here's the deal. What you want to do, you got to have a recruiting mentality. So you got to understand that you don't want to have a goal when it comes to how much money you want to make. You want to have a goal on how many recruits you want to get. Because here's the deal. You go out and you have a 2 recruit goal per week. And when you get those 2 recruits, you got to ask them the magic question. And the magic question is, when you get a new recruit, it's simply this. With the information that got you excited, who would be the first person you want to help with that information? Because the information we got is excited, right? The information we got changed lives, right? So you ask them who the first person they want to help. And they're going to come back and say, my mama, my sister, right? And you're going to say, great, we're going to put them on the list, but the first person you want to help is you, right? So you go ahead and help them. That's two personal sales when you help them, right? $83 average sale, right? Times 12, that's $1,000 times 2, that's $2,000, right? So at a 50% contract for all you people out there at district leader and want to move forward and want to make some money while you're moving forward, that's advanced about $700 for the week. And then what you do, the next slide, please. The next thing you basically do is you get those folks that they said they want to help and you put them on the top 10 list. And when you get them on that top 10 list, that's 2 people giving you a top 10. That's 20 folks, right? 20 hot folks. Out of each 10, you should be able to close 5 life sales and recruit 3 people. So if you got 20 brand new hot leads, 20 brand new hot prospects for the recruit, that's 10 life sales times 1,000, right? Which is $10,000 in premium, and over the next couple of weeks, that's $3,500 to add to the $700 that you already made. That's $4,200. You feeling real good about yourself, right? Then check this out, folks, but don't ever forget the fuel that drives everything is recruiting. And out of that daggum top 10, you're going to get 3 recruits times 2, which is 6 brand new recruits, and guess what you're going to ask those 6 brand new recruits? The magic question, right? Who do you want to help with the information that got you excited about this deal, right? And they're going to say whoever, but you tell them, right? And so you're going to write some more, right? And then at that end, you're going to get 6 brand new sales at $1,000 premium, so you got $6,000 in premium. Then what you got going on is you got 60 brand new recruits because you basically got 3 recruits out of each 10, and it breaks it down to having 60 names, which is going to turn around and make you have 18 recruits. Now, I know I said a whole bunch of crap fast, and I know I juggled that crap around, but you stay on the road like I'm on the road going to build a team, you ain't going to have time to get that crap right either, right? I'm telling you, you can see it. I ain't got to say it. You can see it, right? So, hey, folks, in conclusion, right, I'm going to break this thing on down. Man, it's so exciting being up here. I just want to take a look, but, hey, folks, let's go win big. I'm going to see you in Las Vegas. When you get out to Las Vegas, I got a dance I want to show you called the bump move, baby. I'm going to bump my butt a little bit out there in Las Vegas. So I see you out there bumping. I'll let you.